Good day, Junior Tuckies, and welcome to the video that we're going to be watching today. And it's going to be a video on the cells and mitosis. I hope you enjoy it and getting to know these two processes or these structures a little bit better. My name is Mr. P, and I'm going to be taking you through this section of work. Right, so this video deals with question 1 of the worksheet. So if you have the worksheet in front of you, it would be great if you can make a couple of notes on that as we work through it over here. I tell my students all the time, read your questions carefully to get context first, to better understand what the question is asking you. So this over here, we're going to be working through question 1, so it's a whole lot of multiple choice questions. So it's important to know what exactly we need to do here. So looking at this type of question, the question asks us to only write the letter A to D next to the question number in our answer book. So this is fundamentally important. If we rewrite the option that we choose in our answer book, we won't get the marks that we deserve. Okay, so that's the first thing to understand, is that we need to be writing only the letter of our choice in our answer book. Alright, so let's have a look now. First thing that we need to do in skills, should I say the skill in answering multiple choice questions, is to eliminate options first. So we eliminate those options that we know are not the answer. That's going to leave us with a few options that we can choose from. So it's taking the percentage chance that we're going to get the question correct, and we're getting more of a chance to actually get the answer correct. And we want that because each one of these multiple choice questions is worth 2 marks. So that's quite a lot of marks. We don't want to miss out on any of those. Right, so question 1.1. Each new cell produced by mitosis will have. Now let's look at the options. Half the number of chromosomes, a full set of chromosomes, twice the number of chromosomes, or 2 new nuclei. So let's eliminate first what we know to not be correct. Well, we know that mitosis doesn't produce a cell with 2 new nuclei, so we can eliminate option D. Twice the number of chromosomes? Well, no, that's not the point of mitosis, so we can eliminate option C. Mitosis doesn't result in a nucleus with half the number of chromosomes. That's a different process. So we're left with option B. Let's see if we agree. Option B. Each new cell produced by mitosis will have a full set of chromosomes. That's perfect. Right, so option B it is for question 1.1. Question 1.2. Which of the following is not a function of mitosis? Is not. So what we're doing now is we're going to try and identify those functions there that are. Okay? That are related to mitosis. So the first one, option A, is growth. Does mitosis result in growth? Yes, it does. Repair of tissue? Yes, it does. Asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms? Well, yes, it does. So we're left with option D. Let's see if this suits the question. Which of the following is not a function of mitosis? The formation of sex cells. That's most definitely true. That is not a function of mitosis. That is a different process called meiosis. So we know that it is not option D, and therefore that becomes the letter that I write down. Question 1.3. If a cell divides by mitosis, how many cells will there be after 3 divisions? Right, well, if we're not too sure how this works, then let's quickly do a drawing to help us identify the answer to this question. Okay, so if I had 1 cell and it underwent mitosis once, I end up with 2 cells. If it undergoes mitosis twice, I end up with 4 cells. If mitosis takes place 3 times, I end up with, yep, you guessed it, there we go, I end up with 8 cells. Now I must be careful not to count those original cells, because remember, when a cell undergoes mitosis, the original mother cell does not exist anymore, but the 2 daughter cells do. So what I have here is I have 8 cells. That means my answer is option C. Right, let's move on to question 1.4. Here we can see an image that is a representation of a phase in mitosis. Now if we have a look here, can we identify what phase this is? Right? You guessed it, it is metaphase, because the chromosomes are arranged in the middle along the equator of this cell. Now let's look at what question is actually being asked of us here. Study the following representation of a phase in mitosis, and now we have to identify the number of chromosomes in the cell. And for those of us that have never done this before, here's a quick hint. When we are counting the number of chromosomes, we are counting the centromeres. Okay, we are counting the centromeres. And if I do that, I get to 4, which makes it option B. Right, last question of the multiple choice questions in the worksheet. In a cell nucleus, the thread-like structures are called, and we have options here, centrioles, centrosomes, centromeres, or chromosomes. Now, if we're not too sure, the best thing to do is do a quick diagram. So if we had to draw a cell, and we know the nucleus is more or less in the middle, it's one of the big organelles, and we have the chromatin network inside the nucleus, and we see there, I've just colored it in. So we're looking for structures in the nucleus. So a centriole, centrosome, and centromere are not found in the nucleus. The only option there is the chromosomes, which make it option D. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this video on cells and mitosis. Please tune in for further videos. There are a number in this series dealing with the same topic. Tune in. Look forward to seeing you again.